All right, today we have the brand new Freedom Portable Pellet Grill and Smoker by Freedom Stoves. We're going to go through a basic unboxing and assembly and get this bad boy fired up. Okay, as we get started, we're just going to need a basic box cutter. We're going to go ahead and slice the top open. From here we have two styrofoam retainers. I'm just going to pull those out. Just like that. Next I'm going to drop the box to the ground. We're going to go ahead and pull the grill out and put it right on the stand here. Alright, with the grill pulled out of the box, this is what she looks like. So we're just going to pull off this protective plastic bag. From here we can unclip the lid. We're going to open this up. And we've got a good handful of parts located inside of the body here. And then on our hopper over here, we also have our owner's manual and some other parts as we need to get this put together and assembled. And we'll bring the camera in a little bit closer and we're going to get started. Alright, so we just have our handy dandy box cutter. We're just going to start with one thing at a time. This right here looks to be our cooking grate. And there's our cooking grate right here. Right now, I'm just going to set that off to the side. And put all the plastic wrapping inside the box for easy cleanup. Next up here, it looks like we have our upper rack that sits on the cooking grates. Adds a little bit more room for our cooking surface area. Alright, and out of the packaging, this is what our little upper rack looks like. Set that to the side. Next up here, we have the handle. It's going to go on the front of the unit. And the hardware is in here with the handle. So I'm going to wait to assemble this until we have everything out of the grill. A nice little stainless steel exterior handle that we're going to mount here. Next up right here we have our accessory pan that goes underneath the grill. Nice powder coated finish on there. Set that to the side. Now our grease drip baffle that's located inside of here looks like this. This is a two-piece baffle so we can open and close, whether we're looking for direct flame or indirect flame. Which for right now, we'll pull that out. And that just exposes the body of the grill. We'll come in here in a second so that you guys can see the burn pot, the igniter, how that's housed. But first, I'm going to head and finish removing all of the parts here from the grill. So we do have our owner's manual right here. Again, this is just going to be a basic tutorial overview video for helpful reasons. But always make sure to reference your owner's manual when you are unboxing, assembling, and operating the Freedom Portable Pellet Grill. Right now, I'm just going to set those to the side. This looks like our power converter. Again, this is a DC grill. So when we're running to AC power, we have a small converter right here from 12 volt to 110 AC, 120 AC. We're going to set that to the side. Small bag right here. These are the tools that we're going to need. A little bit of assembly that we have. We have some Allen head screws right here and two different Allen wrenches. So we'll leave that right on the table. Looks like our 12 volt to 12 volt cord right here along with our dual meat probes. Let's open that up. That's exactly what we have. So when we're running 12 volt to 12 volt power, that's what we have right here. Nice long cord. Taking a guess here right now, but this looks like a 25 foot cord. Set that to the side. And then we have our dual meat probes. So these are going to pop in right here into the control board. For right now, again, we're just going to set these to the side. Next up right here, we have the small grease drip catch. So don't need the box cutter on this one. We're just going to peel that back. So we have two pieces that are in here. We have a small deflector right here, which is going to require screws as we put it on the side, and we'll do a close-up on that. And then we have the actual grease catch right here, which is going to hang on the side. So set that aside for right now. And lastly in here, we have these two guys, which I believe these are the legs that get mounted underneath the grill. And indeed they are. So we have two in each package. This is what our little legs look like right there. So, close to the side. All right. Other two set of legs right here. So everything now is out of the body of the grill and into the hopper, and we can officially start the assembly of the unit. All right, with everything out of the grill, I just reclosed the cover on this. What I want to do first is install the little legs that are on the bottom. So I took a piece of that bubble wrap that was covering the grill and the accessories. I've laid that on the back side, and I'm just going to slowly tip this grill backwards. And that bubble wrap protects it. So in our bag right here that was included, we're going to grab the larger Allen wrench, and we're going to grab the larger Allen screws as we assemble the two. So there's going to be 2 screws per foot. You may have some extra hardware that's in the bag just in case you lose one or need an extra. These are just going to kind of go on here at a 90-degree angle like this. We'll snug them up with the Allen wrench here. The little rubber feet that are on the bottom, those can be adjusted depending on the surface that the grill is on. Always want to make sure we're on a nice level surface. So snugged up, I'm just going to give them a quarter turn crank, make sure everything is nice and tight. There we go. Yeah, let's get this one up here. And we'll get it snugged up. Perfect. All right, I'm just going to switch on over to the other side. Don't need to over crank them, but we want to make sure that they're nice and tight. All right, last one. Yeah, looks like we've got 2 extras that are in the bag in case we need them. Pretty easy. Pretty straightforward here. By having the legs on the grill and it off the ground a little bit, offers a little bit more of a barrier between the bottom of the grill and whatever surface that we have it on. And it also allows us access right here to install the accessory tray, which is going to slide in these grooves, and we'll show you that shortly. Just got to get all the styrofoam dust off there. So those are our legs that are installed. I'm going to go ahead now and carefully bring the grill back. Okay. Just like so. All right, now that I've got the grill stood up, the next thing I want to do is I want to put on the handle of the barbecue right here. So first off, I'm going to go ahead and open the lid back up. Just like so. So the handle has the kind of the decorative piece as well as the hardware attached right in it. You can see there. So I'm just going to pull this hardware out. Put that to the side for right now. And so the decorative piece right here is going to mount just like that. Gives us a nice clean finish. From the inside of the grill right here, we'll find our... Have patience with yourself. We'll find our port. We'll start getting that screw up and through this decorative piece here. And now I will grab the handle. And I'll start threading that loose in there. Just like that. We'll go ahead and swing around either side. And now I can grab that larger Allen wrench. So we'll go ahead and tighten these up. Slippery fingers today. It is a little dark inside of the grill here, so it doesn't hurt if you have a little magnetic light to put it in there. Make the process go smoother. Sounds nice and tight. We're going to just snug up on either side. Getting us nice and snug on there, but our handle is now installed. Nice, thick, heavy-duty stainless steel handle. Feels nice. Okay, I've turned the grill to the side so that we can see the grease drip catch right here. Included with the unit is a grease drip deflector, as well as the grease drip catch. So we're going to go ahead and install the deflector on here. We have 3 small Allen screws with a smaller Allen wrench that's in that bag. So we're going to go ahead and get this installed on there. And I'll just get them initially started, and we'll go ahead and crank them down. And the last one in the middle. And no need to crank on these, we just want to get it snugged up. Alright, and once we have the grease deflector on there, we can go ahead and install the grease catch. We have 2 large ear openings right here. And then we have 2 bolts that are just beneath. goes on and then slides down just like that. Easy removal. We don't need to tighten those bolts. Want to be able to take this off, clean this out when we need to. But that is the installation of the grease deflector and the grease catch. Okay, got the grill spun right back around, got the lid open here. We can see directly inside of the firebox. So first off right here, this is going to be our burn pot. So you can kind of pick that up and over to take out our burn pot. And then the cradle that the burn pot sits in also secures the igniter element. So this is the burn pot cradle with the igniter element. Now, depending on shipment of this, the burn pot or this cradle may be knocked loose or out of place. So it's important before we get the grease baffle in there and the cooking grates, we want to make sure everything is nice and seated and secure properly. So this guy right here just sits down nice and flush, very simple. Our burn pot can only go in one way. We just kind of tuck that lip underneath the auger, drop that in, make sure that it's seated down nice and evenly there. All right, so we're going to go ahead and put in the grease drip baffle. Now, this is a two-piece stainless steel grease drip baffle that's included with the unit. And so we have a small slot right there, which can go towards the auger side. And this just drops down, kind of seats at a little bit of an angle so that grease can roll off, go down into the grease drip catch right here. Like I said, this is a two-piece design, so we can either have this open, as you see it right now, allowing us direct flame to the food, or we can go ahead and slide that down and have that closed for an indirect heat on the food. So a couple options there, just depending on what you're cooking and your preferred cooking style. Once we have the grease drip baffle in place, we can go ahead and put in the new cooking grate here. So cooking grate just sets on top, nice and easy. And again, included with the Freedom pellet grill, we have an upper rack right here. So we just have two little legs going to come down. We can place that in a number of different areas on the unit, depending on what works best for us. But essentially, what's normally an add-on accessory is included with this. And the upper grate is great for baked potatoes, for keeping beans warm, for keeping our buns nice and toasty. So it's a nice accessory that's included with it that adds more square inches to our cooking surface. Quick view underneath is going to show us where the accessory tray slides in. So we have a rail on the right, a rail on the left. We simply slide the accessory tray on the rails. It will drop down once it's in place. This keeps it from moving when we're handling it. And when we're ready to pull the accessory tray out, we simply lift up and bring it towards us. As we're looking at the accessory drawer from the top, this is a perfect size to be able to hold our AC/DC power converter, our 12 volt to 12 volt power cord, and our two meat probes. Ready to go. Okay, looking at the back side of the grill, this is going to be our power port, our 12 volt power port. So it's a rubber plug. We pull that open. And again, if we're running directly to 12 volt, just slide that in there just like that into the receiving end. If we have this on our balcony, patio, backyard, porch, and we're running off normal 110, 120 AC power, we're going to use the converter adapter. Same thing. We're going to do a nice pressed fit in there. And we have our plug right here to go directly into a standard wall outlet. When we're not using the grill, we do recommend removing the power sources and keeping this rubber plug closed, just like that. Move the grill back around to the front side now, and the last thing I just wanted to show you for assembly is where our meat probes go. So again, the Freedom portable pellet grill includes two meat probes. We have two ports on the control board, little rubber plugs in there. Once we pull those out, the meat probe will push in and click, kind of like a headphone jack. And from there, we can monitor two different foods on the grill at the same time. You know, maybe we have a chicken and a rack of ribs cooking. This allows us to monitor each of those foods independently of each other so we can make sure that we've got the best cook every single time. When we're not using the meat probes, I recommend having those pulled out and putting the little rubber plugs back in there, just like that. Okay, that's going to wrap up our unboxing and assembly video on the Freedom Portable Pellet Grill and Smoker. We hope this video was helpful for you.
If you have any questions, definitely leave us a comment down below. We're always happy to help. And stay tuned for the next video because we're going to be firing this puppy up.